this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. A few videos ago, I asked, would the black men that love black women please stand up? And I was surprised at the number of you that stood up. But look who else stood up. None other than Jalen Hurts. And he stood up in a big way. So take a listen.
Dear black women, thank you. Thank you for being you, for showing up the way that you do, for being trailblazers, for being loving, for being resilient. We see you, I see you, and I appreciate you. Much love.
For those of you who may not know who Jalen Hurts is, he's the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, a professional football team. He led the Eagles to this year's Super Bowl, where he scored 4 touchdowns, though the team ultimately lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. Still, Jalen Hurts was the standout in that game. I watched that game. There are many interesting things about this young man, but one of the interesting things about him is that he is managed by an all-female team led by his agent, Nicole Lynn. At 24 years of age, he has become the highest paid player in National Football League history. The quarterback signed a 5-year extension contract with the Eagles for $255 million. He'll be paid $51 million yearly, according to ESPN. His contract is the biggest in terms of average annual salary, outpacing Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers and Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks, who is also Sierra's husband. And here he is with his super agent, Nicole Lynn, who secured the deal, making him the highest paid player in NFL history. And what it says beneath is, Nicole Lynn, President of Football Operations at Clutch Sports Group, is once again making history after securing Jalen Hurts' 5-year, $255 million extension with the Eagles. The deal also includes a no-trade clause, a first in Eagles history. Earlier this year, she became the first black woman agent to represent a starting quarterback in a Super Bowl. Now that's the tricky language you have to watch. They're saying she's the first black woman agent to represent a starting quarterback in a Super Bowl. Now I'm guessing if there was a white woman that was the first to represent a starting quarterback in a Super Bowl, they would have named her, but they didn't. But they give the suggestion that there is a white woman somewhere that has represented a starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and Nicole Lynn is the second woman, when in fact Nicole Lynn is most likely the only woman that has ever represented a starting quarterback in a Super Bowl. But we're not going to hold that against them because we know how they play the game. But she is a super agent and he is a super quarterback. And here they are showing off their Divine Nine affiliations. He's a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, and that sign he's doing is called the hook. I think they called it the hook. And she's a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and she's showing the pyramid sign. So they have that in common. They are Divine Nine members. So Jalen Hurts doesn't just talk the talk, he also walks the walk. And there are 3 ways that he walks the walk. He respects his mother, his sister, and his grandmother, and here they are. And I know someone that knows the family personally, and they say he is the real deal. The second way that he stands up for black women is that he trusts them with his career. He has this team of women, 3 of which are black, and the main one, Nicole Lynn, has brokered a deal which makes him the highest paid athlete in NFL history. So he shows he respects and trusts black women with his career by hiring black women to manage him when he is really at the beginning of what looks like is going to be a very, very successful football career. And the third way that he stands up for black women and shows that he respects black women is that his partner, his significant other, is a black woman. She is a member of my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. In his interview in Essence magazine, they asked him if he was married, and he said, "No, I'm not married, but I'm spoken for." And this is the woman that has spoken for him. Her name is Bree Burrows. They've been together since 2014 when they were freshmen or sophomores at the University of Alabama. And she has stood by him and he has stood with her. And I happen to know because I know folk from the University of Alabama that were there when he was there. The Beckys were after him, and rightly so. But this is his significant other, the one who has spoken for him. I don't ever expect to see or hear of Jalen Hurts chasing behind an Instagram model or somebody who just looks like an Instagram model, somebody for show. This young woman is a woman of substance. She has a master's degree, and I believe it's in business administration. I'm not sure what she's actually doing right now, but she's been very successful in her employment. She was an honor student at the University of Alabama. She even ran for homecoming queen one year. I think she was first runner-up or some kind of runner-up, but she didn't win. But she placed well, and she has a reputation for being a very nice and classy young lady. There are black men who love black women and who show that they love black women. And Russell Wilson was also mentioned in the video. He is one of the ones that stands with black women. He's married to the lovely Sierra, and we don't always like the way she dresses, but he shows himself to be an alpha male. He was married to a Becky, but he quickly self-corrected. Back to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is an alpha male. Throughout his college and professional football career, he has demonstrated strength and courage under pressure, and he has gained respect of the public of all races because people can see what it takes to be a really first-class athlete the way he is, and he has earned what he has. He has earned it because I remember him being at the University of Alabama, and this is a Southern university. This is the thing. The football coach of any university or any professional team, if he wants to win, is going to play the best player. And Jalen Hurts came up against competition with this guy named Tua Tagovailoa, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right. But now he's playing with the Miami Dolphins, and he's hurt all the time. He was always hurt all the time. But they had a competition going at Alabama, and these fanatic Alabama fans brought the knives out for Jalen. But he kept it classy. He always kept it classy, and he moved on with grace from Alabama. After graduating, of course, he moved on to Oklahoma, where he played his last year of college eligibility, and he did really well at Oklahoma, so well that it led him to the Philadelphia Eagles, which led him to the Super Bowl. He's a classy alpha male. And even though he's not married, he has already put on notice, everybody, I'm spoken for. So he's giving his lady the respect that she deserves, as opposed to trying to play the field. He's 24 years old, so everybody understands that he may not be married just yet, but he's making it clear, I'm not there, but I'm spoken for, so I'm not on the market. I think that's great. What Jalen Hurts is doing should be the norm as relates to black women. He should respect his parents, his mother, his sister. He should have confidence in black women and trust black women to do the right thing by his career. And as a black man, it should be the most natural thing in the world for him to choose a black woman for his mate. I remain stunned at how much ignorance is elevated in the black community, and I'm convinced now that a lot of people don't really know the difference between ignorance and not ignorance. And we see a lot of this on YouTube. Anybody who goes out bashing and demeaning and trying to embarrass and humiliate the people in their own race, that's a very ignorant person. There's really nothing else to say about it. They're ignorant. And you can argue with them, and then you'll end up losing, because remember, if you argue with an idiot, the idiot wins. So I understand why black men who care about black women don't get into these brawls with these men who act like they don't have good sense. Because at the end of the day, if you care about black women, it's not what you say, it's what you do. As for Jalen Hurts, he never has to tell anybody how he feels about black women because he shows how he feels. And so far, he's doing a good job of showing that he cares about black women. And on that note, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.